건 누구에겐도 You know I'm so dope 더는 못 기다려져 원래 나는 좀 time.
Hi, Winter Rosie here. If this is your first time watching this, welcome to the best series on KTube. Assuming that you're still unfamiliar with all this, let me tell you about it. In this series I talk about my favorite K-pop songs. They may not be your favorite, but they definitely are mine. Whether I talk about them technically or emotionally, all songs in this series have a special place in my heart, and I wanted to share it with you all. I recommend watching back on the other parts if you still haven't. But for the returning viewers, welcome back to part 7 of the greatest K-pop songs ever made. Enjoy. Fourth gen K-pop. What a hot topic that is. I don't know if it's because we're in it, or maybe people just don't like the now and the new. Either way, I think this generation is off to a very great start. Just in the past 4 years we've gotten instant classics left and right. K-pop groups these days could literally release a 10 out of 10 banger almost effortlessly. And today, I am here to share some of my favorite ones.
I don't care what they say, I don't know, I don't care what they say. I am just who I am. I am just who I am.
People look at me and they tell me 외모만 보고 내가 날라리가 돼요. So what?
The way I see it, that first line of Eugene really kick-started this whole generation. I know there's been a debate on when did this whole thing begin. But for me, this debut really was the one. The time between 2018 and 2019 was golden. Literally every group had something to offer to the masses. Itzy and this song was pretty much the blueprint for the rest of 4th gen debuts. One thing about this generation is that they will always serve performance. A lot of these songs are made to be performed at their most. Idols be singing their lungs out, dancing like renters do, and so on. Dalla Dalla is a great example of this. At that time, this song was quite refreshing, almost revolutionary. And the thing is, there really isn't anything outstanding about it. It's more of the impact the song left on everybody else in the industry. After this debut, there was no other way to debut groups but to go all out. Literally make an impression on the first day of your job, and people will love you. Dalla Dalla is no doubt an iconic debut. It's catchy, it's memorable, and will probably stay relevant even if there are better songs out there. Itzy may not be my favorite group right now, but no way will I ever forget about this debut. Songs don't really have to be the best in anything in order for them to be considered legendary. Sometimes the influence is greater than the art itself. Definitely one of the loudest songs ever made. And to be honest, it's got every right to be this aggressive. Ateez is a group who doesn't hold back and does what they want to do. And you know what, I really appreciate them for that. Even being overlooked by a lot, they still stick to their own shit. It may not be for everyone, but it certainly is for them. And some people, like me, love it so much. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure their whole thing is about being pirates. Thinking about it, it's kinda fitting with how they are as artists. Most of the time pirates are defined to be bad people who steal. Which is true, there's no denying that. But if we look at it differently, pirates are basically the freest people. They are free to do whatever they want because they don't follow anything or anyone. Which leads me to Wonderland, K-pop's freest song, or anthem perhaps. If this song doesn't make you want to start a rebellion, heck even let out a tiny scream, then it's not hitting you right. A good majority of the song is made to be chanted by thousands of people, especially with lyrics saying, "Make your own path," "Breaking the walls," "I go and go without wavering." It's really straightforward. And like I said with performance-oriented songs, they're a thing now, and as you can see they can get very good. Wonderland isn't music for you to cry to, I'm afraid. It's not radio pop friendly for just anyone to like. It's not any of those. The song has one job, and that's to release your inner animal instinct. And if the music makes you feel some type of way, that's how you know a song is amazing.
네가 참 궁금해 그건 너도 마찬가지 이거면 충분해 좋고 좋는 이런 놀이 참을 수 없는 이끌림과 호기심 묘한 너와 나 두고 보면 알겠지
Since we're in the topic of feeling some way, it's only right I talk about this song. At first I wasn't really feeling Love Dive at all. I thought it was too short, kinda empty, and overall I just thought it could have been much better. Fast forward to today, and I still pretty much think so. Let's put it this way, alright. I can see and rate songs in two different ways. First being by how good a song is, and the other being how much better a song could have potentially been. Love Dive for me was a song with amazing production, themes, concepts, atmosphere, and whatever there is about it. The idea was near perfect if you ask me. I just felt like it could have been much better. Maybe a proper bridge, a better outro perhaps. With problems like that you'd question how did this song even get in here. Well, if you're asking me, Love Dive at its core is too phenomenal for me to ignore. I can't exactly pinpoint what there is about the song, but something about it makes me feel some type of way. The moment it starts you are immediately transported to a different place. A self-contained space with just you and the music. A 3-minute experience you'll want to keep experiencing. No wonder why it's so popular. Sometimes I question how songs get so huge. But with this one, I can understand. Because this song is a fucking drug. I'm pretty sure once you get into this song, there is no more turning back. This track will get you hooked on no matter what it takes. Love Dive is like a roller coaster ride. It may be short, but it's addicting. It is a ride you'll always remember. A ride that you'll keep on going on. One that you'll never ever forget.
속에 limit time 버튼을 눌러 지금 딱 틱틱틱틱틱 짜릿함 love bomb my love bomb
Talk about addicting, am I right? Let me explain how this song became one of my all-time favorites. In fact, I'm positive that it was this song that gave me my enduring passion for bubblegum pop. Because I adore that style of music, and I am incredibly grateful that it exists. My first impression of bubblegum pop was that it consisted solely of cute tunes made for fan service. But it wasn't until the latter half of 2018 when I truly started to immerse myself in K-pop and its subgenres, that I came across this song. Although it is a standard bubblegum pop song, I still think it is the greatest in its category. Just let it be known that this song made me appreciate K-pop, music, and just art in general a lot more. Because this fan service song just happened to have amazing vocals, amazing raps, a gorgeous melody, clean production, satisfying performances, and the list goes on. It made me start seeing music in different ways other than just as is. Even with songs I do not like at all, there are still some things about them that I do acknowledge. Although this song served in all aspects, the melody was what really caught my attention. The last song I should ever cry to would be Love Bomb, but for some reason it still does. When you get to the chorus, it suddenly becomes sentimental after the verses, which were all quirky and entertaining. I just ask myself every time, how is this song so fucking good, and for what reason exactly? God had to be with them when they were recording in the studio, because holy shit. Love Bomb pulls every single emotion possible out of me. And that is something not all songs are capable of doing.
신비로운 너 비밀스러운 나 둘이 만나 하나의 우주가 돼 반짝이는 저 수많은 별들도 의미 없게 해
This song is pure magic in my opinion. Although I am aware that the song exists, it doesn't seem at all real. I kind of have a funny story about how I came to like this song. There was a time where I used to listen to music as I slept. Not that it was difficult for me to do so, rather, I simply felt better at ease whenever I did. And obviously, the music was on shuffle play and I had no control over it. And there would be occasions when I would faintly hear a song and think to myself, wow, that's a great song, but I would never find it because I wasn't awake enough to see what was playing. I'm gonna refer to these songs as my dream music. You'll know how dreams are, right? They are vague, incomprehensible, sometimes beautiful, but most of all, they are unreal, and they never happened. And this might be weird to say, but that's how I feel about this song. So a more normal way to describe it would be magical. Beautiful or delightful in such a way as to seem removed from everyday life. The song puts me in a different state of mind every time I listen to it. The beautiful orchestral sound is what entirely completes the song for me, which is probably the reason why this song stood out to me during those sleeping sessions. Just imagine being half asleep and hearing this without knowing what it was. I literally almost thought I was going to heaven or something, because this song will really make you feel like you're ascending. Sonatine really is more special than it is great. Honestly, most of the songs in this specific part are special to me. Even with some of these being only months old, they've impacted me enough to consider them special. Because nothing can really compare to music that makes you feel everything.
속아는 you're my one and only 이 끝이 없던 어둠 속 like oh my god so holy 모든 내 두 손 끝에서
Love Song definitely changed something in me. I was not the same before and after this song was released. Remember when I said how Wonderland made me want to scream? How Love Bomb pulled every emotion out of me? How Sonatine made me feel everything all at once? Yeah, that's this song times a million. At first I was sketchy about this whole concept. Like who the fuck would do an emo rock concept in 2021 out of all years? This song will do bad, I said. No, but seriously, who would have thought? This could have been so corny if it was just done slightly different. But oh my god, did it come out beautifully. Have you ever heard of the phrase, this song hits like a truck? Yeah, that's this song alright. I don't think they have the best vocalists ever, but the singing in this song is perfectly heartfelt. I don't know how many breakups they had to put them through, but whatever it is, the result is great. Not only that, but the song made me appreciate rock even more. Nothing against digital music production, but something about real drums gets me going. I could go on forever with how much I love this song. But to summarize, it's just one song that I love a lot. It's crazy how much you can say about music, and still be able to condense it to just a single word. Since sometimes, loving something doesn't require any reason. I truly think that each and every song in this series is great. Like not just saying it, but I actually mean it. And this song in particular is for sure a part of it. To put it simply, I think the song is flawless, without a fault, just perfect. If we're talking technically, this group has always had excellent production. Satisfying would be one way to describe it. Music is just a bunch of sounds coordinately blended together, each sound doing its own thing to create the perfect experience for your ears. Add to that their smooth vocals to the mix, and you're in for the best eargasm of your life. And this song doesn't fall short thematically as well. Literally speaking, this song is quite sad. The message is simple and nothing new, but it's one with a huge influence. Don't judge a book by its cover. I know it's something you've already heard more than 50 million times at least. But you can't deny how right it is, because this applies to you, me, and everyone else. In this song specifically, it's a narrative about a girl who dresses themselves boldly. Not to seduce others, but for their own confidence. But others will think they are pretty girls dressed to impress, which is a reason why some are afraid to look good, because they are worried about what others will say about them. K-pop may not always tackle the darkest of themes, but the simple shit like this makes up for it. The song Stereotype carries a message that instead of ending with a single color based on assumptions, we have many different views and originalities, which is something in ourselves that we should all feel proud of.
다른 여자인 내 겉은